desperate. Ooh, 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 toy rage.
I'm gonna get really trashed tonight. Ooh, medium 2-topping handmade pan pizza for $8.99. Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna go. Hey, look, it's me.
It's Andrew. Hi, Andrew.
Hi.
I heard you like
Hi.
things. Oh, and Edley is
Oh.
watching. Edley is like Edley.
Who?
Yeah, who works for Caffeine. He's
Hey,
he's
Edley.
been at every show since we started talking about, or since I streamed I was gonna say Quantum Break or Quantum Leap. Detroit.
Beep.
Detroit.
Detroit. Oh yeah.
Yo, if I could stream Quantum Leap,
Hi,
I would
Edley.
love to stream Quantum Leap.
Dude, we should just have a MacGyver-a-thon.
Is that like where we try to figure out like how to MacGyver things?
I MacGyver every day.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's
That's
does that
Thug
mean you
Life.
make?
Thug Life MacGyver.
You know, it'd be a great show. Maybe Edley can back me up on this. It's like a life hacks show, but when people try to do every MacGyver thing that MacGyver does as a life hack.
If they should make a show like, like Iron Chef, where they have like a basket of mixed like ingredients, except they give them like an escape scenario and they have a mystery basket of items that they can use. So it's like Iron Chef MacGyver. They're like, here, you're in a sinking ship. Here's an eraser, a telephone wire, and a sock. Get off this ship.
Howdy, Edley. And if you're wondering, I'm very good at using a sock. If a ship is going down, give me that sock. No one.
I think that'd be amazing thing. You have these like survival experts, and they open up a picnic basket of items that they need to use for their survival scenario.
You know, it'd be great if that picnic basket, if there was a team of like professional thieves that they hired to go to parks on weekends and just steal people's picnic baskets, and those are the picnic baskets that they use to get out.
All those lines I want to see. Battle Royale version Guy's Grocery Game. I think it's a brilliant idea. You give him a picnic. All the things have to fit in the picnic basket.
You get a list, and if you grab the item before someone else, they die.
Oh yeah, you have a shelf.
Oh.
You have a shelf full of survival tools, and you get like 30 seconds to pick as many items as you can to survive the scenario. Oh my god, what a great idea!
Or it's a bunch of guys that just go to the grocery store with a list, but there's no one there to answer their questions, and all the signs are down. Because and whoever finishes first wins.
And this has to be either on the History Channel or
I was going to say, I was hoping you were going to say, and this has to be on a sinking ship. Like they put a grocery store on a sinking ship. And,
yes.
And then they have to go shopping and get all the ingredients. That's
escape that
what you
ship.
gotta do. I think that would be good.
All right, let's pitch it to Netflix. I mean, they already made a weed cooking show, which is the stupidest show I have ever seen. You know why? Because I'm going to explain something to you, Mike. Here's the thing that is so stupid about this show.
Oh, give me the thing
is that
the thing that's stupid about it. The singular thing.
This is it. I watched 3 episodes, and there's already an issue with this show. So the whole point of the show is they're supposed to like cook with marijuana, and they have like a theme. Like the first episode was like afternoon delight, so like an afternoon snack. The problem is they're supposed to be also rated on how high they get from the meal that they're preparing. But everybody that's on this show is already high coming into the show. So you can't tell if they're high because of the cooking or it's because they just smoked a whole lot of ganja before they even judged the cooking. So the category completely goes out the window. Nobody knows what's going on. I don't understand what they're being judged on because it's high people eating. Everything tastes good. All of their ratings is like 10.
Just repeat everything to yourself and tell me that's not the point of the show. Yeah, they each get the head start, Hedley. The head start.
Yeah.
Andrew.
So stupid. It's so stupid. Yes.
Welcome. Damn it.
Welcome to the Toy Ridge podcast. I'm your host, Andrew DeLucky. I'm having a fine beverage this evening. Let me just tell you something. Before I introduce my co-host, this is going to be a very interesting show because I have not had anything to eat today, and this is a tall glass of alcohol.
It's water.
So anything goes, just like the song at the beginning of Temple of Doom. And I'm joined by my co-host.
The super enthusiastic Michael Gingrasso, who, opposite of Andrew, is eating a lot of food with no alcohol. I am very sober. Yes, incredibly.
Did you like my Indiana Jones reference in there? That was pretty like stupendous.
You did a great job of keeping the ball rolling.
Oh, Bazinga! Anything goes. I can't remember the song. Ba ba ba. Da 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 da. To rage goes.
No, the song you were singing before. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. No, it wasn't my fault.
That was such a good song. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was Michael's fault. It wasn't my fault.
It's such a terrible.
Michael.
Oh, guys. Oh.
It's the start of our shitty family sitcom.
So look.
It's like, who's the boss? It's not my fault.
Haas? I don't even know what
Haas?
Haas means.
Who's the Haas? I know Haas and Pfeffer is like
It
a
is
rabbit dish, so maybe
but
Haas is
Easter
a rabbit.
isn't around. Well, no, Haas is what they call what Mad Dog calls everybody in Arrow. Like.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Except for his daughter. Everybody is Haas.
Everybody's Haas.
Okay, Haas. I thought you told me
maybe...
I was the Haas.
I was your only Haas. Yo, Haas. You're my Haas. Haas.
No, there's probably some slang that I have no idea what to talk about.
I don't even know. Could mean pig. Could mean. And dog. Everybody's dog.
What's up,
too.
dog?
What up, dog? All right, Haas. Let's go, yo.
Haas dog. That's my name.
I want a burger and a Haas dog.
So, one thing me and Andrew started to watch, I finished it.
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about it. We actually have a topic.
We thought we were going in blind there.
I think we're gonna keep on going with this.
I thought the topic was going to be Andrew drinking.
Well, we definitely got that one covered.
No, I'm gonna even change the
topic to watch Andrew lose his mind live.
Luke Cage season 2. There we go. Luke Cage season 2. So I didn't even know Luke Cage season 2 was coming out this weekend.
I discovered Luke Cage came out yesterday.
But I told you about it 3 days ago.
Yeah,
okay, it's fine. Things happen. It was the day before my.
Oh, I have some other things I can talk about. Yeah, I just remembered because I did do things.
Oh yeah, you have the
weekend.
con to talk about.
I have a con to talk about. I got some really cool stuff.
Did you?
You wouldn't care, but it's fine.
Did you ever get that painting?
No, I'm still thinking about it.
No, I don't know.
You did
that shit. Come on.
Don't mess with my.
Don't
emotions.
mess with. Then buy the.
I'm in a fragile state right now. I'm hungry and I'm drinking.
And you thought there was nothing to talk about. Plus, we're going to talk about Luke Cage.
Nah.
So.
Yeah, let's talk about what's his name? But his name's not Luke though. It's Carter, right?
His real name?
Yeah,
Carl.
Carl.
Yeah,
Carl Lucas. Let's talk about Carl Lucas.
But he's now known as Luke Cage.
Yeah, because he hates
So
his dad.
this
Everybody hates their dad in these Defender shows, except for Daredevil,
they either hate their dad, they're rich and white,
or they miss their dad,
or they're Daredevil.
They either hate their dad or they miss their dad. That's the only two options.
Daddy issues, or
Daddy, can you hear
or
me?
they're rich. But Luke Cage is neither of those. So
No,
good for him.
he's just a really cool cat. Sweet Christmas.
The sweetest Christmas. So
he is the sweet Christmas.
This show, this season, it doesn't bullshit at all.
I don't. Yeah, You know what I
What's up,
I'm gonna expand. Like, the one thing that was really refreshing about even just the first 2 episodes is it literally addresses what happened during the Defenders. Like it's like that's where we're starting off.
Yeah.
That's a really cool platform to start off.
It's instantly, and if you miss it, Misty's missing arm will remind you about what happened. So it did a great job of including and acknowledging everything that happened in the Defenders. Yo, it came out this weekend, man. I finished it.
You're not the only one.
No,
you're not the only one. I just remembered it came out yesterday. No, it didn't come out yesterday. I just remember it came out, but I remembered this yesterday.
There was like big advertising for it coming out like 3 months ago, but I haven't heard anything about it. I just turned on Netflix,
which is sad because
it was there.
Can I continue on one other thing too?
Do.
What's so good about this? Out of all the Marvel Defender shows, it has the best freaking soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. I love all the live music that they put in, and like these like really cool indie artists. Like, it's so cool. I feel cool knowing that I listen to that music.
So
that makes sense.
The show is almost kind of like a musical to a point where let's just talking about, let's just say Beverly Hills Cop, where he's riding on the back of a truck that's like a little street chase and Neutron Dance is playing. Right? What does Neutron Dance have to do with this? Yeah. Not like a damn thing, really. It's just a catchy beat. It's a popular song, and it's going on with that. But in Luke Cage, I'm going to say 3/4 of the songs that are being played are about what is happening right then in the show. They're very reflective of like what is going on, and it's not like some main character is singing like left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. It's like a legit song that you don't think is actually about what's going on until you really start to listen to the lyrics, and that's giving you like a little setting of like what's happening, and how they incorporate that. And it happens like every episode. There's some musical thing happening with it. It is on point,
and they're all original. Like, most of them are original pieces, and even if they're not original pieces, the interpretation of the original song is like it's completely different from the original song. So it's very creative musically. I don't know. I love this series so far. I love it.
It gets better. So I watched the whole thing. Andrew's up to episode 5, and
which is a lot. Believe it or not, there's a lot that happens through episode 5. This is not like Jessica Jones, where you have to wait till episode 13
for the most exciting thing to happen.
Fucking end. which is the ending.
But this, so it starts off with the Defenders, and it starts off with like Luke Cage. You definitely started. He's like busting up some drug facility, and the guys pull the guns on him, and he's like, "Really?" And the guys goes, "It's got to at least look like we tried," just admitting that it's just like it's not going to happen. Kind of like in the first one, I rewatched a little bit of it. The first season, the first episode, they're shooting up the Chinese restaurant, and Sugar is there, and Sugar goes, "I don't even like these guys," and he just like runs away, because he just like sees what Luke Cage does to the gun, and he's like, "I'm done. Nope. See you later. I quit."
Yep.
So that guy was pretty much the same thing. I still have to see Iron Fist season 1, but I'm not that enthused about it. But it starts off with, dude, there's drugs still happening, there's crime still happening. Luke Cage is the hero of Harlem. It addresses his reputation increase, but it's just like, it's not some weird new crazy thing that's happening. There's crime, there's drugs. Dillard, Mariah is still there, and it's just addressing what is going on. Then it's not like a super unique story, but how they're addressing everything that's happening, just the intricacies of what's going on with the drugs, the crime lord, the police, and Luke Cage. It's so well written, and some of the best, strongest, and just most emotional dialogue that I have seen in any of these shows. And the more you get into it, Andrew, you're going to be blown away by some of these conversations that they're having.
Well, look, I can already see fragments of it. Just the scene between
If you say Luke Cage and Claire.
Luke Cage and Rosario Dawson in her apartment. That's
Power.
insane. That's an insane scene, because that is a scene that it doesn't even have to be a superhero scene. That is a scene that is relatable. Even if if you watch the scene, I hope no one has ever done this, but it's something that is so relatable that the fact that he is superpowered makes it even more powerful.
And
and this is like I said, I'm only 5 episodes in, and that's a type of scene that's been dropped on you. There's just really good, powerful scenes that are relatable and well written, and it really addresses the type of hero style the Defenders should have been. Like, this is the hero style that Daredevil deals with, like Luke Cage. That was our issue. That was my issue with Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones was just a little too shallow as far as its attempt, and Iron Fist was just.
I can't comment on it. I didn't see it.
It doesn't hit as hard. The concepts that they tried to hit on with Iron Fist didn't hit as hard because they didn't execute the downfalls of this Iron Fist very well. No. But Daredevil and Luke Cage are hitting story notes that are great. They're just really, really good. And the style is amazing. If you like the first season, the style just keeps on going. And, Mike and I talked on, I don't know if we were recording by then, but we were talking briefly about some of the reviews that would come.
The one article I looked at, because when the Luke Cage season 2 came out, I'm like, is this actually it? So I looked it up, and NBC had an article that was titled, and was pretty accurately written about, meaning, when I say accurately written, their title and their article like matched up. It said Luke Cage season 2 disappoints that it doesn't talk about race and like things like that. So that's where I came from.
And Mike and I sort of came from the same point of view of saying, why does this show have to be about race?
Like the conversation with Rosario Dawson and Luke Cage was both like the racial struggles that they had.
But they're people struggles too. It doesn't have to be a race struggle. It's a people struggle. It's a real people struggle. It's a realistic scene regardless of race. And I kind of hated that idea that the show is bad. The show is no good, quote unquote, no good, because it didn't address race. I can't accept that. This is not a race show. It's not just that. Luke Cage is more than that.
The way the article was toned was that Luke Cage could have been a great successor to Black Panther, but it failed, and it just perpetuated some stereotypes and things like that. And there was like a lot of like missed opportunities to talk about like real race relations that are going on in today's society. Meanwhile, it does an amazing job of talking about the things that are happening in like, places like Harlem, and just crime that you can relate to so many other places that are going on.
Right. It doesn't even have to be Harlem. It could be a lot of destitute areas in a lot of urban cities. It's not just about Harlem.
And it's
I don't know why you would pull the trigger on that sort of viewpoint for this show. I mean, I get you could do it. You could do that sort of show with Luke Cage. I'm not saying there's not the potential, but to say that the show is not good because it didn't hit that note, I find that's a shallow review of the show.
It is. And it was just like going off about just like how there were like just a lot of missed opportunities. And one of the things that me and Andrew were saying before, it's just because a show is a black superhero show, or anything that's a black superhero, anything that's, I don't know, just like a black it doesn't always have to be about that. Like there are some really great stories that are going to be told, like no matter what your race is, no matter what your religion is, where you don't have to constantly address like the same things. And Luke Cage is addressing just there's crime, and if it did too much, like straying off and trying to make like a lot of, I don't know, like political statements, although there is one line at the end, at like the last episode, Andrew, I think it's the last episode that you're gonna love. It'll just end up taking away, and it does an actually really good job talking about race relations in the show, things that a lot of these characters have to struggle with on a daily basis. Where watching the entire show, I'm wondering more like, what more could NBC actually want out of this other than 13 episodes of just race relations? So is there a main antagonist for this series?
Yes.
Mariah is it. That's like big thing.
I would include
and Bushmaster.
And
Those are
Bushmaster.
The two. So,
but yes, there is something that you can. It's not like Jessica Jones, where there's nothing to focus on except her past. This is, yes, Shades is still around. He's awesome. He's so good. Shades is so
such a good and bad character. Like the character is good, but I don't like the way the actor is acting out Shades. He's just, it's like, what are you doing? He kind of reminds me of Arrow, where in every scene he's smiling, like no matter what. He just has this dumb look on his face.
Yes.
It's like, okay, so you could do smiles, and that's great.
He has that like constant smug.
But
he has the smug.
Regardless of how the actor is acting him out, the further you go on with Shades, he just keeps getting to be a better and better and better character. His character just does nothing but increase all the way.
Yeah.
And you are on episode 5, and like right around there, the next couple episodes, Shades really starts to take off a lot more.
You know what I like about Shades? Shades, if he, I don't want to ruin it. Okay, I'm going to take back this whole thing that I was going to make a point, because I'm going to ruin
about
something.
Shades.
But about Shades. But the one thing I will say about him is he is a direct, like his progression is so weird in the fact that it is a direct correlation to him being hurt emotionally in this show. And that's the crazy part about this. Like in the beginning, he's sort of like the good bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he has redeemable qualities, but you can see it because he's getting like
What's up,
pushed
cat lover?
aside. Hi, cat lover.
Yeah,
Did I
it's
say it
cat
right?
lover. You said it perfectly. You pronounced cat and lover.
Perfect. And lover
Wonderful.
perfectly? Good. This is vodka soda. Pronounced perfectly.
But you're talking about Shades.
Yeah. I can see I feel for him right now. I sort of like I hate it, but I feel for him right now because he is just I don't know, like right now you see compassion in him and you can see it dulling.
So in the first season, Cottonmouth was kind of losing it to a point where he started to go crazy, and like he couldn't take much more of like this kind of stuff that's going on, and that's the way that like he reacted.
Right.
Mariah is going like kind of like the same route, but Shades, it's getting to the point with everything that's going on, like there's more things just happening that he just wants to kind of like be. This is like all in like the first episode where you could see that he's kind of like, what the fuck are we doing, man? There's the first episode shows how so many of the characters are growing, the directions that they're going to take, and the season just does not really let up on that. It's really good, especially Shades. And I love Piranha. Piranha?
And who? I haven't gotten to Piranha.
You should have gotten to Piranha by now. Piranha's the accountant. He's like first season. Yeah, he's the guy that's trying to make the trade deals.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that.
Piranha.
Okay, yeah.
He's another one. He is so good, where he feels kind of conny. He has this like amazing sense of humor with him, and he's just a very strong standout character that like when he's there, he shines, and he shines bright. And he has a conversation with Luke Cage like later on where it just hits that dialogue like really hard, where it's so good. He is such a good character.
So here's Mike and I's final this is my preliminary review and Mike's obviously final review. There's some weird articles going around on the internet about this show, and I would strongly recommend you ignore them all or just don't read them. Watch the show and make your own opinion about it, because I think that this show really has the room to be outside of some of the commentary that's coming down on it. And I think they did a really good job with it. And I don't think it deserves half of the criticism that it's getting. In fact, I believe that the way they're approaching this story is actually more refreshing than not, because you're not always in this stupid, awkward position about how should I feel about this politically? How should I feel about this emotionally? How should I feel about this from a racial standpoint or a religious standpoint? You just feel about the characters because of the situation that's at hand, and that's refreshing for me. Because don't get me wrong, I like to watch something that has to deal with these sort of issues, but I'm happy they didn't pigeonhole this because of
there's like 2 or 3 weird things that I think like I could like maybe complain about or just like dislike about the show. Mostly they're the last few episodes. A couple things, like literally just like 2 or 3 things may happen in the last like 4 episodes that I kind of just like whatever else.
Right.
But anything that's just like, oh, this show failed to address like, certain topics, it's just like this show, for the dialogue that these characters have, is so incredibly worth it. And I may be saying that because I just saw Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which has the worst dialogue and writing I have seen in such a long time. It was just like, it was a great dinosaur movie. It was a great dinosaur movie where there's dinosaurs and action, but everything else, like the dialogue in the story, is just trash. And what's up, Lifey? And just the dialogue between Jurassic World made Luke Cage seem so much better because it's like an adult wrote it and not a 5-year-old. That's the good thing. Also, if you are going to go see Jurassic World, Jeff Goldblum is in it for like 5 minutes, and he's not really a part of the movie. So, just
and he has
He
all,
has
the,
all
commercials.
the commercials. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know that?
He's all,
Even the sponsorship commercials, he has all of them.
and he's not even.
It's
He's like
amazing.
not even in the movie.
So
He's in
stupid.
it. He's just giving a speech. That's it, and it's not related to anything in the story. Yeah, he's still getting paid.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
believe me, that
definitely
was
getting paid. He's definitely getting. He's getting his
no,
dollar
he's at the beginning,
bills.
he's at the end, and that's it. He's not in. He's not in the movie.
That's fine.
So if you're going to go for Jeff Goldblum, go sneak into the movie.
Yeah, don't pay
Find-
for it. Mike is endorsing you to
Or-
sneak into a movie theater and risk getting arrested.
Sneak into a
That's what
movie
you're
theater,
saying.
and then when you're done, write Jeff Goldblum a check for $3 because that's about the amount of money he deserves from your ticket. If you're getting like a $12
Brilliant.
ticket or a $10 ticket, he deserves at least 30%. Just saying. Because he is Jeff Goldblum.
Here's our review. Luke Cage season 2 is really good. Don't listen to reviews.
Unless they're really good.
Review number 2, Jurassic World. But pay $3. Just go up to the ticket window and give them $3. They go and watch them say like, "Oh, it's $14." You go, "No, I in fact heard from a podcast that this movie costs $3." So that's how much
I
I'm
am
gonna pay
paying
for
for the
it.
amount that Jeff Goldblum is in this. So here's $3.
Here's $3.
You're welcome.
And
You're
see how
welcome.
that goes.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
You're
Say, look, I listened to the Toy Rich podcast, and I heard this is only $3.
nerds.
So let's do an old movie review because we're having a random night tonight. Tonight is random night. We don't really have too many set topics. So I finally saw Tomb Raider, the newest Tomb Raider.
You threw me off when you said, let's talk about old movie reviews. And then you said Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
the newest one. I thought you wanted to talk about the Angelina Jolie
Yeah.
one.
No. I'm talking about what's her name, Alicia
Which
Vikander.
is reportedly like one of the best video game movie adaptations there is.
I love
Did
that
you?
movie. Yes. You know why?
No, I don't know why actually. What's up, Car?
I felt like dialogue was yeah, but that's with most video game movies.
Yeah.
But as far as like the scene compositions, it actually felt like video game scene compositions, and it felt like they were pretty close to what I would expect from a video game scene.
They did a good job with that. The action scenes, they make them kind of like video game like with the angles and just the scenery.
Like even the
Yeah.
puzzles and the like for instance like the plane scene, right? The rusted metal plane scene. I could easily see that as a like what do you call those types of gameplay? Like
Yeah.
Detroit, like when
Like a quick time
you know what I
event.
mean? We had to press a quick time event. It seemed like a quick time event for a video game, except it was live action. I actually like appreciated that because it paid homage to the video game sort of genre, but it gave you that live action real movie feel to it. So I actually really liked it. I felt like I was watching the video game in
You know
live
what? I will agree with you because a lot of times the beginning of the video games. Oh, I wasn't talking. Sorry, Nightingale. That's why you didn't hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Can
now?
you hear me now? Can you hear
No.
me? Oh no.
Wait.
No.
Hold on.
I can hear you.
Hello.
If that makes any consolation.
Hello. Hello.
Pew, 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 pew.
That echo means I can hear myself. That I'm being broadcasted through.
Yeah.
Am I on Chrome? I'm on Firefox. Oh, you're also part of the call. So, remove.
Don't.
No, I'm gonna remove her as friend.
There are audio issues with Chrome for the viewers or for the broadcasters, Unster. Viewers. Okay. So Tori, it's on your side. Sorry, lady.
Also, Wait, what did I do with member list?
Give it a
Also,
refresh. Give it a refresh, Tori.
in Discord, just leave the call because you're still part of the call, so that might cause an issue too. Anyway, so the reason why Tomb Raider is kind of like the movie, like the video game, is because there's a lot of video games where the beginning is pretty boring, and this had one of the dumbest, worst, slowest, most unnecessary openings I have ever seen. The whole I'm poor, I'm not living off my fortune, I'm going on a bike ride, and all this shit up to like the contract is like they try to establish a character and her character traits that never played a part in this ever again.
I get
and it
what
was
you're
just
saying.
like after the movie, it's like, okay, that was good. Why the hell did I waste 20 minutes of my time watching the beginning of was a completely different movie?
I think they were trying to emphasize the fact that she was not convinced that her dad was dead, but I agree that it is an extremely roundabout way of doing it.
Like why couldn't she just still grow up being rich, not go on a bike ride chase, and have to deal with the legal consequences of her father dying?
Yeah, I get it. I get that point. I don't it didn't bother me as much, but I get what you're saying. It's a very roundabout way of establishing something that could have been easily a line or two, or even just a scene with the mother at the beginning. I get it. It didn't bother me as much because I liked the bike scene.
Like the bike scene was cool, and it was kind of like, I don't want to say it was like while I'm watching it, it wasn't bad, but like after the movie was over, it's like, what did this actually have to do with the rest of the movie? She's never actually going to go on a date with that kid. So, like the guy who's just like the grandma's like, why don't you ask her out?
Oh yeah. That didn't make sense. The Indian kid scene that made no sense. It just showed that she's a food delivery
and
person.
that a boy likes her, and that the grandma likes to smack his head because he's not going after her.
Yeah,
I
agree with that scene. It wasn't necessary.
The bike scene was cool though. It was very cool.
It was
very
so
unnecessary, but very cool. Yeah,
but so cool. But I honestly liked the movie. I really did. I don't like 99% of the video game movies there, but this one was like really
you say
good.
You don't like 99% of the video game movies out there.
Yes, including Resident Evils.
I was gonna say, the part of the 1% is Doom.
Doom I love
good.
because it's so bad. It is so bad that it's good. I mean, if you don't watch Doom, and when it gets to the first person murder
that was beautiful. That scene with the rock is so good. It is one of the
there's nothing better than that scene. Because it makes no sense how quick it goes, how you even initiate that portion of the movie makes no sense. But yet, it is so satisfying to watch it. I don't know why.
It's absolutely ridiculous because you're going to the movie like, okay, how are they going to do this? Is there going to be a first person scene? And they deliver, and they do so well. They do so well with it.
Oh my god. Makes no sense. That whole movie doesn't make any sense. And then they have the first person shooter scene. You're like, oh, this is really cool. And then it goes back to normal. You're like, oh.
That's what it does. Okay. I get it.
Old movie review.
Old movie review over. We started off with Tomb Raider and ended up with Doom.
Yeah, even older movie review. Okay, so I can recap a little bit about the weekend because I did do a Toy Rage topic-related activity over the weekend. I went to another con this weekend on Long Island called Cradle Con. And Cradle Con is, I'm going to say, the result of Eternal Con, which is the one Mike and I went to. Eternal Con moved away from its original venue, and the people got pissed off, and they created their own con called Cradle Con. And Mike, let me just tell you
Tell
something.
me.
And Calvin, if you're listening or ever listen, I'm sorry, buddy. Cradle Con is the one you should be going to. It is so much better than Eternal Con. Eternal Con looked like you went to Guantanamo. Cradle Con was animated. It had good venue. It had good vendors. It had really good art compared to Artist Alley, except for the painter. We're going to accept the painter. But overall, the Artist Alley was really, really good. You saw the print that I sent you that I thought I was going to get for you and Tori, but
You don't like us that
I
much,
couldn't
so I
get
get
the
it.
signal. I didn't know if you guys were going to like it or not. I thought they were really good prints, but I didn't know if it was your thing, so I didn't want to buy some. I'm sorry, Tori. I honestly was going to get you it.
Quick dressing, Unster. I also need to watch Hardcore Henry. Continue.
The other really cool thing that happened at Cradle Con was I got to go see Harmontown live because they were broadcasting their show live at the Cradle of Aviation Museum. And Michael, you would have loved this because they did the show in the planetarium.
In the planetarium?
In the planetarium. So everybody, it's like it was the most awkward stage they've ever built. So I'm going to try and describe this to people. So the planetarium at the Cradle of Aviation is not like the normal planetariums you've ever been to. It's it's a very steep seating chart, like really steep. This is the steep, this
It's like a
is how
70-degree
it goes.
angle down.
And the screen is sort of like if you're looking straight ahead, so that would be 90. It's like a 30-degree upward trajectory to see the
And
planetarium.
it's spherical, so you look all
Okay.
around.
Yeah. So usually planetariums are you sit on the floor and you look straight up and you have this huge expanse. This is not. But this is a very steep 70-degree angle seating chart, and you're looking sort of straight ahead at you and up. The stage was down. So you can imagine you're sitting. This is the seating chart like this. Oh, that's not it. There we go. The seating chart's like this, and the stage is down
So you're
here.
like this the whole time.
So no, it didn't strain your neck, but the people down in the guys down in the stage had to look up. It almost looked like a socialist Coliseum scenario where everybody was just looking down at these performers.
Well,
It was
bring back
very
Coliseum.
funny.
Thanks,
It was-
Town.
It was. I you could tell when they got up on stage. They're like, "What the fuck did we sign up for?" It was so funny, but it really lended itself to a really good show.
For those who think that planetariums would make good movies, this is just in response to Andrew too. To my friends Dan and Chris, we went to. Chris got the idea. You know, it'd be a good idea. They're playing I Am Legend IMAX. Oh, Andrew's back. So they're playing I Am Legend.
Sorry, I have to get my pizza
That's fine.
soon, but it's fine. Keep on going.
Chris wanted to see I Am Legend, and he noticed that there was an IMAX show. So me, Dan, and Chris all went. All Chris's idea, and it was at Cradle of Aviation. So we went to go see I Am Legend in that scene in the planetarium.
In
as
that
an IMAX
planetarium?
movie. So you know the scene where they're looking at the billboards and it's the Batman Superman logo.
Yes.
I'm like this. I'm like, Chris, over there. And he had,
It's
and
so
he had to go, like,
ridiculous.
over there. Like, it was. It was a terrible show. Our necks were killing us by the end of that. So
Needless to say, it's a really awkward way you have a live show. Oh, food's here. I'll be right back. Mike, do a dance.
I like to party. So this is bad because I literally just don't have. Oh, you heard the I did dance. Maybe Nightingale's here. That was a lame day. So Tori and I started to watch a show on Netflix called The Hollow. Okay, look, I did. It's just that it's a black shirt that I'm wearing, and you can't see me jiggle too much, and it's more like a standing up dance. Anyway, Nightingale's going to talk about this probably. So we watch, whatever people do.
Oh
That's
yeah, baby.
gross. Don't chew too. No, you sound like.
Oh yeah,
dance.
baby.
Stop it. So there was this show that we wanted to watch. That I wanted to watch. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's called The Hollow, and it's a cartoon. And obviously it's just a kid show, but we don't give a shit. We're fucking nerds. Because if you don't watch the kid shows, Andrew, then Star Wars will start to surprise you in mean ways. So that's not cool. So watch kids shows. All right. Lesson number 1. So it was about these 3 kids that wake up in a Saw room. Like it looked just like the way Saw began, except instead of them losing their legs, there was just like a typewriter. They have no idea who they are. They have 0 memories, and it's just a show about 3 kids going through this weird world where at one point they're in like the Saw room, and then they're in a spooky forest, and then they're in a town of minotaurs, and then they're eventually they get to like an abandoned amusement park. But the show was better than Altered Carbon, is the point I'm trying to make. If anyone's watched Altered Carbon, I'm sorry.
It's pretty good. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm not going to say it's good. It's just okay.
Tori, did you watch the whole thing, Andrew? Yeah.
Altered Carbon?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
couldn't get through it
Me and Tori, we couldn't get through it all. Wait, you still didn't watch Cobra Kai? Get out of here, Andrew.
Mike, have we told everybody that what I got you for
Andrew
your
got
birthday?
me Cobra Kai on DVD or Blu-ray. I don't know.
It's the most
Cobra Kai.
It is.
I'm so stupid. Cobra Kai.
It is the most bootleg copy I have ever seen in my entire life.
Is it? This is a we sometimes review toys. For example, wait. This little Metroid toy is cool. Review. That's the word. Okay. Well, last week I got this Destiny keychain in loot box, and I tried to smash it with a hammer, but my dog came in. Well, I couldn't smack it too hard, but my dog kind of like. Review the Broken Widowmaker. Widowmaker is right there, and she's missing her. She's missing her arm. So it's like you think that's bad? Sorry, Tori, you had to do it. All right, Nick. So that portal gun, Nick, that's the original portal gun that was sold. It was partially sold. I think you get a couple of ones. There's only 1,500 made. That's not the Atlas one. That's not the Peabody. That's the original one. And so many people were so pissed off that they couldn't get it. And after I got it, I posted a picture of my 2-year-old nephew playing with the gun online. And a lot of nerds got really mad at me. How do you want me to confirm? Here, let me get it. Hold on. So...
That's so funny.
It's got that. It's got those noises. It has the aperture on there. The Peabody and the a lot of the other ones, they have different lines across, like blue lines or orange lines, slightly different designs. This is just the original. This is just the original one. So I mean, other than just looking at it, there's no certificate of authenticity or a number or anything else, but it's just the original one. Oh, we already talked about it. Other than it's really good.
Oh yeah. See, another fan. Nick, no spoilers, but You agree? It's really good, right? It's really good. People should ignore the reviews. Thank you, thank you for being my napkin.
Okay.
My mic is so
No,
loud.
my stand broke.
Really?
Too.
I'm talking normally too. I'm usually loud. Like
Here's
really loud.
one more treat for you, Nick. So this is
Oh, I don't know how to fix that. That's
Andrew's just I can try
don't
to
know.
lower Andrew.
I don't
Is
know.
Andrew loud for other people too?
I don't know how to fix that. I haven't touched any of my settings because Mike tells me I can't touch my settings.
You know what? Here's what we'll do. Ready, Andrew?
And the solution was Mike to hang up
Yeah.
on me. He goes, "Oh, Andrew's too loud. Then let's not hear him at all."
And then we'll just.
That's what
Yeah,
we'll do.
that'll do.
Hangs up.
Here's what we'll do. Hang up the phone. So here you go, Nick. This is the Bishoju Femshep figure. We're normally supposed to be redheaded, but this is the black-haired variant. This thing is so freaking cool, and it's such a pain in the ass to actually get. Who's this character? This is Shepard from Mass Effect. Bring her back a little bit. It's normally supposed to have red hair, but she has the black hair. Ooh, Sora. Oh, well, do you have something that's as good as this? This is a luchador bottle opener. See that? This is probably... That looks incredibly racist. Andrew, does this...
That is so racist. Don't show that. Don't show that ever again. We're gonna be on a hate crime video with that.
First of all, it was sold at Target, so go yell at them. God, where were we? Sorry for all the audio listeners that are going to be listening to this, specifically Dan, because this whole part was this whole last like 15 minutes is probably going to be like really boring. All right, man. Thanks a lot for the follow and for the boogieing. The dog.
Thank you for the follow.
We super appreciate it, and we will cheers this pizza to you.
Oh, one other thing that I got at Cradle Con that I didn't say. So I actually got a signed copy of the original printing of Scud the Disposable Assassin by Rob Schraub. The entire graphic novel, which was really cool. I got to meet him. I got to talk with him a lot, and he's such a cool dude. He's so cool.
Is his name
talk
literally
to.
Rob Schraub?
Rob Schraub?
Did
Yeah,
his parents like know that?
I believe so. I hope. I don't know. I'm not like that in depth with his past, but I mean, he's Rob Schraub. And then I also got what's his name? Oh, this is gonna kill me. I can go get it, but I got something else signed. I don't know if there's any graphic novel / comic book fans out there, but the guy that wrote the new Flintstones DC graphic novels was also at Cradle Con. I got to meet him, and I got his first 2 volumes signed. If you're a graphic novel fan, this is a really well-written series. I know it's weird saying Flintstones, like the Hanna-Barbera Flintstones, but it's a really good, like, modern-day satire that was written very recently. I highly suggest picking it up if you're a graphic novel fan. You won't be disappointed.
So,
And that's all I gotta say about
going
that.
back to Rob Schraub's name, just a related story. Dan and I went to go see Bill Nye do a speech a long time ago, and then he was doing a Q&A session, and someone asked him, something about the name, and he's like, "Funny story. Someone at a previous speech said, 'Is your name really Bill Nye, the science guy?'" And he goes, "Well, no, my name originally was William." He goes, "Well, why'd you change it?"
and that's why we're melting the polar
Yep.
ice caps. Because that's the person that's trying to learn science.
Anyone want to ask me a question about science? Is your name really Bill Nye? No, it's William. Why'd you change it? Science? I guess.
Science.
Why not? Other news, since I have this here, and Nick got me talking about toys. This is the Tracer figure that they went and they made, right? It is the most disappointing light up ever. Like, it has this switch and it uses like 4 batteries or some bullshit like that, right? And when you leave it in the room, leave it in a dark room, it looks absolutely terrible when it's lit. Absolutely.
I'm so hungry.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry,
perfectly
everybody.
fine. So it was also my birthday. Andrew got me Crypto the Necrodancer, but I haven't played that yet. But thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That's really it. So
I have another gift for you.
Tori got me before that because now she's asking. The Mercy statue. Yeah.
Ooh.
She got me
look
the
at you.
Mercy statue.
You're getting fancy gifts.
And she took me out to dinner. To Ruth's.
Can I? You know what? I'm going to show you your gift on cam because I haven't mailed
Okay.
it yet. But I think this is a great, like, I don't know why I saw this and
Okay.
I thought of you. It's a very endearing thing that I just said, but it's true. I saw this one thing and I said, Mike may really, really like this. So hold on,
Sure.
let me go get it. Everybody, drum roll.
Bum, 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 bum. So while he's gone, I'm just going to make it a point. He saw something and bought it for my birthday, no matter what it is. But meanwhile, he didn't buy the My Hero Academia prints.
I mean,
For me and
it's
Tori.
small. I already got Mike his gift, which was the Cobra Kai Supreme bootleg version, which I thought was so
Oh,
appropriate.
it was totally appropriate. Tori was so
At
happy
the
when I showed it to her.
It's so funny. All right, ready, Mike?
I'm ready. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that a Phineas and Ferb Batman?
I don't know. Okay, but what do you notice about this Batman that is awesome?
He has a giant head. He has googly eyes and no feet. His Batman is just a banana that's black.
Look at his mouth, and then below his
It's
mouth.
white for me. I can't see it, the reflection.
Oh.
Oh, why does he have so many chins?
Yes. He has like
Wait a
14
minute.
chins.
Hold on a second. You saw
Wait.
a Batman that had 14 chins and you go, "Oh, Mike." Is that
No, I thought Mike would love it.
You
I
said
thought
when you
Mike
saw this,
would
you
love
thought of
it.
me. You think that I have 14. This is why I have a beard.
No, I just
Wow.
thought you would think
Wow.
I thought you
Like
would
I
think
know
it
I'm
was
fat,
very
but
funny.
that's just rude. That's rude.
I mean, look at it. Look
Rude.
at this.
Rude.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Stop chin shaming me.
I
Body
wasn't.
positivity.
No, you read that the wrong way.
Oh.
I thought you would find it very funny. I just thought you would find it really
Rocket Bunny
funny.
said,
man.
Rocket Bunny. Did you
He
see
just-
that? He said he saw something at a con
Rocket-
and he thought of me. And he shows me this sticker of Batman with 14 chins. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that's like, oh, here's some
I think it's the
here's some
funny
fat superhero with 14 chins. It reminds me of Mike.
thing. I think it's so funny.
That's fat shaming. It's rude.
And it's expected
So-
in the mail.
I have a racist bottle opener, and you have a fat shaming sticker. So
Yeah.
great. I guess we kind of even each other out tonight.
Yeah, well, there you go.
How's that vodka and vodka?
That's not how I saw it, Mike. I didn't think it was you. I just thought you would think it was really funny. Because that's the first thing I thought when I saw this. I'm like, how many chins does this guy have?
Yeah.
Like you,
Seriously.
James.
Fuck you, James.
I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't mean it like that. I honestly thought you would find it very funny.
Yep.
I was wrong. You just got offended. Fine.
Just
Whatever.
buy the Flash poster or picture already. So we came in here with nothing to talk about, and we're leaving here with, I don't know, nothing to talk about. Next time we're FU James and someone pisses you off named James, we probably end up doing that. Although
Yeah.
I have to find Tori doesn't know this, but she's going to help me find a good font for the Weeboo Chibu Hebrew shirt.
What about the trucker hat?
Okay, so T Fury doesn't have hats.
Get the
They
fuck
have like
out.
everything. I can get a pair of leggings that has it on there, but no.
It's not the same.
We should make a pair of leggings that has Clarence's face on the ass.
Please, please do.
Just that. Just Clarence's face on one cheek and Toy Rage on the other cheek. Clarence between the cheeks. So the last thing. Oh god, yeah. Spread the cheeks for the full face. That'd be fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, I'm gonna show you something. And I'm probably gonna be lonely and play this game single player. This is Gloomhaven. So Dan and I bought this game. Move my mouse. Oh. Sorry, Steve.
Oh, your mouse. Is your mouse?
It was
in the
before.
screen?
No, Steve, I didn't.
So, if anybody doesn't know this, Gloomhaven is currently the most expensive board game on the market. It weighs 40
Most expensive
pounds.
retail MSRP game.
Yes. It's approximately $4
Yeah.
per pound.
Oh,
And it's
Tori
40
doesn't know
pounds.
that I spent like a lot of money on it. So
I just revealed it.
anywho, she said she'd play it with me.
She's
No, it was less than 160.
that's how much
Yeah,
Dan
paid,
paid
I
for
paid
it.
less than Dan. Amazingly enough, Dan bought his online, and he paid more than me, who bought it from a local gaming store. That's ridiculous. He paid shipping.
40
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah.
That game. Mike can get a workout just by lifting that
Tori
box
lifted
up.
it up too. I said, "Feel this." She goes, "What the fuck?" It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Horse dance? I'm not gonna horse dance with it. I don't have any place in this room.
Right now.
I can't horse dance. I also have to pee. So if I horse dance, I'll horse dance in my pee. So
That's kinda
like,
funny.
here's what we'll do.
Do it.
We'll say our goodbyes. I'll go to the bathroom, and then Unster, if you want, I will horse dance with this. All right.
You know, this for a show that we had no agenda for, I thought we had a really good show. I honestly do. We had no agenda coming into this show tonight, which is I'm not going to say that's a rarity for us. We sometimes come in not having a agenda.
Well,
but
ever since that one show we did, I don't know, I think it was in the teens or the early 20s, where we came in with no agenda. It was agreed upon by both of us the worst show we ever did. So we've always had
what was that? Was that the conversation we had about Groundhog Day? Because
no,
I thought that was
Groundhog
still a
Day
good
was
episode.
anything that involves Groundhog Day and time travel is good. It was something else where the episode was just
Okay.
like, it was trash. It wasn't that good. Probably the worst episode. It was like the antithesis of John Daly, if that makes sense. If I use that
Only to me it does.
So the amazing thing is that is, did I actually use the word antithesis correctly? And wow, I actually used the wow.
Yes, you did.
Tori, are you proud of me? I used the word antithesis. That's a big one.
He gets an extra
Hell
cookie
yeah,
tonight,
she made me
Tori.
brownies actually for my birthday.
Extra
But no,
brownies.
this one definitely better. The fact that you started to watch Luke Cage definitely did help. We both saw Tomb Raider and we both saw Doom. So all that is good.
I mean, everybody should be watching Doom.
Everybody
I don't understand
should.
why that is a non-watched movie. You should watch Doom, just like you should watch The Veil over and over again.
No. What, The Veil? Is The Veil out on DVD yet? Who knows? Doom? Doom is...
Oh, Doom?
Oh,
Doom,
yeah.
Doom.
Doom came out in like 2000...
Doom was on
2000 what,
VHS.
2002?
Doom was on VHS.
Crunchy bars. So let's do the outro. Guys, thanks a lot for showing up tonight. It really did mean a lot to me. This is a little bit of a shorter show than usual. We had a little audio. Don't worry, Crunchy Bar. We're just saying the goodbyes for the podcast reason, and then I'm going to go do horse dance on that wall with Gloomhaven in my hands, and we're going to try to do 30 seconds.
We're going to continue afterwards, but this is for the audio.
Yeah, this is just so I can stop
podcast.
recording and save hard drive space. What quick tip did you want? You asked for the quick tip, and then I'll keep going. We talked about Luke Cage, which so far Andrew's 5 episodes in, I am completely finished. It is a great show. It has a wonderful story, and it keeps going forward. It really, guys, highly recommend it. The show did like no advertising, at all. Wait.
You use
How
a
to
ruler.
deal with 12-centimeter spiders at 3 a.m. First, stop using metric system. It doesn't work. Use imperial.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, metric system doesn't work. Period.
That's the first rule on how to deal with centimeter spiders. The second thing,
Stop using nerd metrics.
so if you're dealing with 12-centimeter spiders, it all depends on how many 12-centimeter spiders you're actually doing. I would take a brownie and eat it, and then open up a window and lightly shoo them away. If they're 12 centimeters, just get on a pair of gloves or a bag and put them in there, sing them a song, and go. Or put them in the room that has the most bugs. They'll take care of it. Just, no, stop. You don't burn it. You don't.
That's cruel. That is a living animal. Or
No, it's not an insect.
Arachnid.
I mean, as long as you don't tell the authorities about it, then that's fine. Just if they're 12 centimeters, which I think is the same as like 5 feet. I don't know. It's metric to imperial. Fuck if I know. Just use a lot. Use a whole can if you're going to. If you're going to use fire, be safe and make it pretty.
This bitch is so good.
So let's see. Luke Cage, watch it. Tomb Raider. Why not? Just skip the first 20 minutes and you'll be fine. Doom.
I will say it's the best video game adaptation movie.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it was rated the best one. And it's not saying like it's a great movie, but just compared to the other ones, it's the best of those. Let's see. Doom, watch it. That's just.
I would give it a solid 70.
Doom?
No.
What would you give
Tomb
Doom?
Raider. A 101.
Do that. Do that in the morning, but just make sure you're in a different room than the spiders, because spiders do like to lay eggs in your ears. And don't sleep with your mouth open. That's a bad idea, especially if they're using the metric system. Terrible.
Metric
Metric
spiders are awful.
the worst. Imperial spiders are better.
Leaning back now.
So if you guys are following us on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, you may have seen a little bit of an ad. I did a little bit of a post about the clearance shirt that we're doing. Oh, Andrew's pointing to twitter.com/toyrage and facebook.com/toyrage. Follow us there. See you later, Crunchy. Good luck. And do me a favor, Crunchy. Shoot us a follow when we broadcast again next Tuesday. Come in and please tell us your spider story and see if you died. If you don't show up next week,
we really care about you.
This is going to be very interesting about the 12-centimeter spiders. Tell us if you tried to use imperial system on them, and if you tried to use Common Core mathematics. Either one is fine. If that scared them away, and if you don't come, I'm just going to assume you're dead. In which case, you're a wonderful person and a beautiful human being, and I wish you all the best in your last week of life. Yeah, but yeah, please don't end up dead or in the hospital. Please show up next week. Yeah,
don't end up dead.
Just show up next week, please.
Go
there. Go to Instagram.com/ToyRagerEviews. As Toy Rager Eviews. just or Toy Rage reviews. Either one is fine. Andrew's in charge of that.
It's really up to date.
YouTube.com/Toy Rage. The videos of this, the recordings, I post on YouTube the day after, or sometimes the day after that, depending on how I feel. I had Pizza Hut tonight, so I probably won't feel that good in the morning. Other than that, Gloomhaven is really heavy, but it's a really beautiful looking game. Andrew did not eat any food today, but that's fine because he isn't passed out or vomiting just yet. Layla, nope. Layla's.
I'm still ticking.
He's still doing a thing.
I'm still
So
going.
please follow us there. We do have an app on the App Store, an app on the Play Store. You can find us on Spreaker, iTunes, a lot of other places. Just go type in Toy Rage, and if
Yeah, we're like
All
all
over.
over the place. We're like
just
all over
if
the
someone
map.
asks, just say
What map? Don't even ask. Don't even ask. It's just a map.
Just
Who uses maps anymore?
I do. Did you ever?
You have a paper map.
Did you
in your
ever? Did
car?
you ever see the It was like a Yahoo question where someone asked like, what did people use before the internet to, just to drive places? And people like someone answered like maps.
MapQuest.
No, before the internet. They said maps, and they go no before the internet, like Google Maps.
Fucking millennials.
Nerds.
Nerds.
Other than that, you know what, guys? You have a great night. We hope to. We do
love
love
you.
you. And we also love food.
Oh, don't even compare the two. That's so tough, and we may lose a couple of viewers if we have to compare fans.
Just
to
don't. We
food.
don't eat the fans, and we don't count on the food for anything other than to give us stomach pains. So, and now is the time of the show where Andrew says his token goodbye.
Bye.